Newcastle are coming back for more straight away.
Are you filming?
Huh? Am I filming?
Yeah.
Yeah, right now, yeah. Good evening, Dave. Thanks for joining, mate. I'm just going to wait. You'll see my little girl popping in and out. I am live, Stuart. Yeah. You'll I'm sitting in my living room tonight because I've got the Newcastle game on right behind, and Newcastle are looking good, but Southampton have just got one, so just going to wait for it to fill up a little bit.
How can you see what they're saying?
Hi, Jed. Hi, Daniel. It's there, what they're saying, love. Hi, Peter, mate.
Oh.
My little girl's joining us, Darcy.
They all know my name.
Yeah. I'm just going to wait for it to fill up. I'll give it just a few minutes for people to join in. And then we'll get going, have a little chat. All right, lovey. Sorry, she's got her head. He said, Dennis has said, good evening, Darcy.
I like that.
And Wolf.
Who's
What's
that?
the Wolf? Channel is great. Enjoy. Right, guys. Okay, we're filling up quite quick here, so we'll just even the next sod transfer deadline day. This is where the action is. Thanks, John. If you're an Everton fan, then transfer deadline day is just non-existent. Is it at the moment? So yeah, it's been a bad one. It's been a bad one. So guys, like I say, it's filling up quite quick. So we'll get going. I just wanted to talk. I'll do a little bit in case anybody didn't join me on my last one. Can't remember when it was. It was last year sometime. But yeah, in case anybody didn't join, then I'll say a little bit about me, about my channel, what I've got planned, and then we'll get into some questions in that. So Matthew's already got going. Hey, Mr. Drone, how's it going? Do you reckon that behind the cop instead of a hotel, they should put a train metro stop to and from the stadium last stage? Yeah, probably. Probably, Matthew. Yeah. We'll get to questions in a bit, guys. And yes, Oz, you can definitely have a rant about Everton being incompetent. But just to say a little bit first about me and my channel. So if you all, I think most of you do. Well, you all obviously watch it. You all knew I was coming on live tonight. So the channel's been going about 2 years now, and it's done really well. Sorry if you do see me looking up. Like I said, I've got the Newcastle game on. So the channel's doing really well, better than I imagined, better than I thought. And it's kind of progressed quicker than I imagined as well. So if you don't know already, I have said this before, but the channel started almost by accident. I just picked up a drone, started shooting some like castles and local things, and people started watching. Then as soon as I started doing the football stadiums, it just went a bit mad. Football fans are great. Football fans. No, I don't need that, love. Football. Just put it there. Football fans are amazing. At that, as soon as they start backing you and start watching, then it just progressed loads and loads. So on that note, what I wanted to say is I just wanted to touch on the plans I've got for the channel. So I'm certainly going to do more football stadiums as and when I can. You've probably seen at the moment the Everton and Liverpool stadiums take up quite a lot of my time because I do like this. I started doing the midweek or whatever with the voiceover. If you haven't seen, I released a couple of them earlier. They took time today because I couldn't actually get to site. So it's easier if I'm on site with my drone flying around and talking through it. It's much easier because the editing of that is quite minimal. I just put it all out there. Whereas if you've seen the ones I had to do today where I couldn't fly, I had to then talk over and edit and add it all in together, and that took time. It took a few hours today. So yeah, but my plan is to do a lot more stadiums than I've got to. More construction videos I've got. So the construction ones, again, if you don't know, the construction videos I do, they've started because I've got a few customers basically that have asked me to cover sites like the Isle of Man ferry terminal, a couple of projects, the Wirral Legacy project and that. So what I've then done, I've then transitioned that into into also putting out on the YouTube and on my YouTube channel, and quite a lot of people like watching construction. There's loads of different interests. I've got people that like seeing the end product, people that like seeing the in between, and people that just like seeing the internal structure. So I get loads of different messages about it. But yeah, that's where the construction goes. So I've got loads more of them planned as well. You may have seen I done a food challenge. I done the chili challenge a couple of weeks ago. It was I was red in the face. It was horrendous. The chili challenge was actually horrendous, guys. I wasn't faking any of that. Nobody suggested that I was, because I think everybody could genuinely see the pain I was going through. It was horrible. But I'm gonna do a few more of them. That's not something I've concentrating on, but it's just a little added something. It'll be maybe one a month or something like that. Not loads. I'm gonna do other challenges. Like, I'm gonna try and get to every Premier League stadium in 24 hours and get a drone shot of it, of everyone, something like that. Those sorts of things. I'm looking at. You may have seen recently. I've said I'm transferring an office in my office building into like a studio, where I'm going to start doing like a chat show almost. So I'm going to look at that, because ultimately the Liverpool and Everton stadiums are not going to be there. I can't do them forever. They're going to finish. So we need to transition more. It's always going to involve drone videos, okay, of all sorts of things. But it's going to transition into more, okay. And also the other thing is ideas and suggestions from all you guys. So you will have seen as well, I've had ideas and suggestions put forward. St. Chad's Church, for example, the cathedrals, other things that people have put forward and said, will you do this? Can you do this? Can you get shots of this? I'll go and do it. There's one right there. Who did I just see? Somebody said, do Linnets Stadium. Be interested in that. Is Linnets, is that rugby? Is it? I'm not big on rugby. Craig, I am, mate. You okay? I'm not big on. Is Linnets rugby? I've had a few people say about Linnets. They even said if I get down there, they'll buy me some beers as well, I think. So that's always interesting to me as well. So that's just a bit about my channel and where I'm looking at going. On that note, what we'll do now, that was, like I say, a little first part. Joe Mort, hello Nick, couldn't resist, but ask, are you warm enough? Yeah, why Joe? Is it because I always moan about the weather? It might be that, or because I always moan about the weather.
So warm in here. How are you freezing?
So what we're going to do now, I'm going to be doing a few giveaways, but definitely the drone giveaway that I've got sitting here.
Come in another colour.
Everyone, so that's the DJI Mini 2 drone.
Do the hoodies come in another colour? We got a purple one.
So yeah, we're going to get a lot of that probably. What's the date today, Stuart? That's 31st, mate. So we'll jump into some questions, some questions and answers. So I know there's one already, Stuart. Like you said, what's the date? A few of them, Peter saying it as well. Excellent, guys. Excellent. I love all that. Little bit of skating at me. I'll take that. She is a good sales rep, Jed. Yeah.
Wow.
So whoever asked that, do the hoodies come in any other colours? Nicholas, yeah, loads of colours, and you can get bobble hats to match as well. So
you
go and get a bobble hat then, love. Go on then. Yeah, you'll have seen that I've been wearing like the same orange hat as my jumper. Some people were skitting at me orange as well, saying I look like the Tango Man. But what we'll do, I'll just go up and let's get to some questions. If you want to start putting some questions out there, guys, that's what it's all about. Hit me up with some questions here. I'm going to go through and find some. Let me have a look. Right, there you go. She's got a pink one and an orange one. So you get pink, orange, black, blue, green, whatever you want. The links are always in my videos of how to get them. And I'll give a few away today as well. So I've got, here we go, Daniel Kerschel. Daniel said, Nick, what's your thoughts on the lack of signings for us today and the whole Jan, mate? So Daniel's obviously talking about Everton, which is who I support. The lack of signings for us today and the whole January. So the lack of signings, Daniel, I'm not surprised at all. The whole of January is a disgrace. We've waited till the very last minute to appoint a manager, despite sacking Lampard after what game, the Southampton game, I think it was, but or was it West Ham? But anyway, West Ham. So they didn't have nothing in place. They waited till the last minute to sign a new manager, appoint a new manager, sold Gordon last minute, give no time to spend money, and at the end of the day, nobody wants to come to us. It's quite clear. Whose fault is it that nobody wants to come to us? It's probably an accumulation of things, isn't it? It's a sorry state of affairs for Everton right now. It really is. The site that I cover, the Bramley-Moore Dock site, is possibly the only positive thing we've got going. And there's even downers being brought on that. But Daniel, I think it's a disgrace at the moment, Everton. Let's go. Yes, love.
Why does it have
Love, just let me do this video. It's because that's Newcastle versus Southampton. So let me do this video, please, love. Right, let's see. Hi, Nick, what's your opinion on the new manager from Out of This World? Somebody asked this. This was one of my questions today on my Bramley-Moore Dock midweek voiceover video, and the answer, Out of This World, was I don't know. I don't know. Did he do great things at Burnley? No, I mean, maybe he kept them in the league for a while on a shoestring budget, but other than that, not greatly. No, I don't know. I think he was the only one that would come to us. So I don't know, honestly. I don't know. Let me keep going down. Ducky87, hello, mate. I was the Delta driver from last week. Oh, yeah, when you stopped down at the Bramley-Moore Dock site, Ducky, yeah. Nice one. Got his glare lens on for tonight with that hoodie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Jay Kismet, YNWA, You'll Never Walk Alone, said, top videos, man. One of the originals who started the drone footage at Anfield. I am, mate, yeah, I am one of the originals, if not the original that started both of them. But there's loads now. Loads of people are on it, aren't they? Some are good, and I've got, you know what, I've got friendly with a few of the other drone operators and people that cover the videos. So yeah, it's all good. You know what? It's all good, and we all talk and all that. So it's all good. Okay, Rob Thompson, great question. So what has been your favourite site to fly over? Good question. So I've covered loads. I've covered loads of sites when you go back looking at my videos. So my favorite sites are probably the castles and that I do, if I'm honest, because for me they look a lot more cinematic. So if you talk about any site at all that I've flew over, I don't know. It'll definitely be a castle, but I'll probably have to come back with an actual favorite. Maybe. Let me try. I'll try and think of it. There's one by Peckforton. It's not Peckforton Castle. It's the other one, Beeston Castle. That's a great one to fly over and fly around. I enjoyed that one. Right, let's go. So Matthew actually said, you're doing building construction. Why not building demolition videos? Yeah. Do you know what? When they're doing demolition, Matthew, I think they put, well, for one, it's just one quick video, isn't it? Don't know if it'd be hard to find out when they're doing it, when they have it planned for, because of what they're using. Oh, I suppose when you're saying demolition, I'm thinking, I thought then straight away of them blowing up, blowing up the buildings as they collapse. But no, you're probably just talking about them actually taking things down and that. But yeah, could do. I haven't thought of that, to be honest. Could do. Could just run some of the construction ones in reverse, couldn't I? And it just looked like that anyway. Evening, Nick. JCC. Evening, Nick. I noticed that the Isle of Man government say that the terminal progress is behind due to issues with dredging. Next time you film, can you go right down to where the bridge is, please? Thanks, John. Yeah, so the bridge is right down. It's getting towards Bramley-Moore Dock, the bridge. It's right down that way. Yeah, I'll have another look at the bridge if you like. I didn't know they'd said they were behind due to the dredging issues. I do a bit of work for the company that's doing the dredging as well, Green Sea Marine. So I'll ask them. I'll ask them now. Thanks for that, JCC. Michael Dunstan, we should all be chipping in to get you a stadium tour so you can try and get some footage of the Anfield Road and the expansion. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate that. I'll get that. So isn't Runcorn FC ground called the Linnets? Oh, is it, John? Is it Runcorn FC? Yeah. Didn't know that. Didn't know that was the name of their ground. Okay, I'll get up there at some point. Right. Let's keep going. Jay Kismet, star sign, bro. I'm a Gemini, mate. I love random questions, that aren't all about stuff. What year? Yeah, 2023. He hopes I'm paying you well. Simon, when I'm next in Wrexham, you'll get me a beer or two. Okay, because somebody, seeing as you've asked that, Simon, about Wrexham, and a few people have come to me. I've done the first Wrexham video of getting their cop stand expanded or redeveloped, should I say, not expanded, just demolished and redeveloped. But anyway, so a few people said after that it's now been knocked back by the council or something like that, or the money's been knocked back. Can anybody on here clarify that? Or is it still going ahead? Because I've not heard anything that it's actually stopped. Yeah, the council money has been delayed or something, but I don't think it's just completely on hold, is it? Does anybody know? But Simon, otherwise I'll probably be there, not next weekend, the weekend after. And I'm always looking to get there on a Sunday. I've seen that there's that boozer right there as well. What's it? The Turf, is it? Wouldn't mind a beer, mate. I hope Darcy's on commission. Okay, Mr. James the Brain, how do we enter the giveaway? Okay, so you should have by now watched my video that was titled Fuel versus Prime. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you on this video. If you want to jump out now, naturally, no. Sorry, James the Brain, you can't. I did say it's an 8 p.m. cut-off, I think, didn't I? So, James, if you weren't in it, mate, you should have watched that video. Fuel versus Prime. No, don't go and get fuel. Thanks.
Right.
No. Do you think the Blue Nose will get relegated? That's a question from Stephen Carter. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Saddens me to say it, mate, and it's a horrible, horrible state of affairs. But yeah, I do think we'll be relegated, unfortunately. I'm gutted. Really gutted. I hope not. I hope I'll be at most games, most home games. And I hope not, obviously. But I just during this transfer window, we've actually managed somehow to weaken our side when the other teams around us have strengthened theirs. It's horrible. I just don't see us getting out of this rut this time. I hope we can. Maybe Dyche is a miracle worker and he'll sort it out. I hope so. Yeah, Terry Jones. Do you ever have issues with other drone operators when you're out doing your videos? No, I don't. I don't, Terry. No. What I will tell you all tonight, all 98 that are on at the moment, is that my my Everton video that I done at the weekend upsets Everton a little bit, or should I say, so it was after 4 p.m. and I'll tell you this happened today. So this is like coming straight out to you. So today I had an email from one of the guys at Everton reporting a drone incident, as they called it, a drone incident. And apparently their own drone operators were on site Friday, but they were flying at 25 meters or something like that to get low shots of the south stand. And they actually said in the email that everything went fine. There were no issues during flight. Everything went to plan. No issues at all. Yet they watched my video then about 3 or 4 days later and seen that I was there at the same time, but yet I was flying at about 90 meters at the time. So they've actually said I was 30 meters or so away from them, but reports that as an incident because I was there at the same time, despite the fact I was I was that far away. Let's remember, I'm not breaking any civil aviation rules at all. But they didn't like the fact I was there at the same time. So, right, if I hadn't have done a video, then they wouldn't have known I was there. So it's only that they've watched the video and they've then reported it. So I've had it reported as an incident, so to speak. But other than that, Terry, the only problems I have are with Everton. I don't have any problems with any other drone operators, thankfully. We're all the ones around here as well. The other guys that do the Anfield Stadium and Bramley-Moore Dock. We all kind of talk and kind of share ideas and that. Craig's in here, I think, if he's still in here. Craig's Adventures is one of them, and we chat and just, like I say, share ideas. So it's all good. As Michael said, Darcy's really helping you, doing well, going off, getting the hat and everything. She is.
No, I'm just using my mini pocket.
Congrats on 20k fans. Well, yeah, thanks very much, Tony. Stuart, yeah, Tupa said, as an LFC fan, I really don't want Everton to go in the Championship. Would be a short-term gloat and lose out on the derbies. Yeah. I think most are like that. Obviously, like you say, short-term gloat. I can imagine, loads will take the mick and all that. Yeah, fair enough. We deserve that, of course. But yeah, it would be a shame, wouldn't it? No derbies and that. It'd be a real shame. Only one city, only one team in Liverpool in the Premier League and that. But let's see, John Brown. I've been to Stanley Park to drone both stadiums, but the restrictions at both grounds won't allow me to fly. How do you get the drone up in Stanley Park? Okay, so that depends what drone you're flying, John. And it depends if you've got your DJI. If it is a DJI drone, sorry. So there are restrictions around the grounds, but you can still go up if you're flying a drone under 250 grams and you accept responsibility for it and say that it's basically you're authorized to fly there. If you've got all your flyer ID and your drone's under 250 grams and that, you can do it and you accept responsibility and fly responsibly. But I don't know what drone you're flying, John, so it'd be difficult for me to answer. Right, okay. I've got a few saying, do you think Everton will go down? I have already answered that, and my dead honest answer, my heart says no. We'll definitely save ourselves, but my honest and my head says, yeah, I'm devastated, but yeah, I think we will. Can you do a Sean Dyche impression? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Absolutely said that. Dennis Cartwright. No, mate, absolutely not. I can't do. That's what I can't do accents and all that. That's all. So I couldn't do that, mate. No.
I can do accents.
Let's see. Adele Lord. Hi, Nick. Have you ever thought of doing the area of Everton, like the Everton Tower? Thanks for all your hard work. And Stanley says hi. Oh, Stanley, yeah, Adele, say hi to Stanley for me, or Stanley, if you're watching. How you doing, mate? I hope you're still enjoying your hoodie and that. Stanley, I think, is one of my youngest fans who's been kind of watching me from the start. Get quite a few messages. So, yeah, how you doing, Adele? Have I thought of doing the area of Everton, like the Everton Tower? It's crossed my mind, yeah, but there's quite, you say the area, it's quite a lot to cover. But so my kind of vision would be to do every area and just fly around, all the towns and kind of map it out for everybody by air, by 30, 40 meters. That'd be what I want to do. But the time and all that to get to all that is so time consuming. But yeah, it's crossed my mind and it's kind of there in the back of my mind, Adele, on the list. Let's see. How tough is it to become a drone YouTuber? Okay, Matthew. So it wasn't tough for me because I didn't mean to. As I've said in previous videos, I was just using YouTube as a platform to share my videos. But when you say how tough is it, so when it then started taking off a bit and was going well, when I decided I was going to do this kind of as more than just a hobby and see if I could get it going, I had to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of footage watched in 12 months. Now the 1,000 subscribers was tough initially because to get going, it's quite hard to get new subscribers on. I remember when my first videos would get like 60 watches, and I was made up. I was like, oh my god, I've got 60 people who've watched this, and then I'd have like 2 subscribers a day or maybe one, and I'd still be made up. And then now it's gone to like, and then I really struggled to get 4,000 hours watched, in 12 months. It was kind of touch and go at one point whether I was going to do it or not. I now get, just to give you a kind of, reference to go off with that. I'll look at my analytics now. I now get, like, in 28 days, I've got 25,000 hours watched. That's in 28 days, whereas I was struggling at first to get 4,000 hours in a year. So, and I'm getting like 700 subscribers a month. So all I'd say, Matthew, is it's hard to kind of get going, but what it takes is just persistence. I think you have to persistently be out there and creating more videos and putting the videos out there. And even if you think of a video, or let's say if I think of a video and I think I'm not sure if people will watch this, I need to just put it out there anyway, because I won't know. If I can only do what I think people will want to watch, but I might do a video and think, oh, I'm not sure about that. And I'll put it out there and it could be one of the top videos watched of my channel. So it's strange. It's hard to guess people that are going to watch it, Matthew. So you just have to be consistent and consistently doing it. In my opinion, that's how I've done it. And I think most of you know as well that you can kind of rely on me to get at least one video out each week of the sites that you watch. So whatever site it is that you're interested in, like say most of them are the Everton and Liverpool ones. So I'm very consistent with that. That you're going to get at least one a week from me. You probably know you're going to get at least 2 a week from me, because I'll make sure now that I'm committed to that. So it takes time though, Matthew. I do put a lot of time into it. To be honest with you, and I'm then juggling that with my other job and family and all that. So yeah, it's hard, but it's doable. Peter Cran, what do you think of the decision that the police have eventually said sorry and admitted it was all their fault that Hillsborough disaster happened? Peter, that it was inevitable, wasn't it? It was inevitable. Well, I suppose them saying sorry, admitting it wasn't inevitable, really, but we all knew it. We all knew it. I'm not surprised with it. So what I think it's absolutely tragic and disgraceful that it's took all this time and all the efforts of everyone involved to get that out of them, when it was so clear, like years and years ago, that what had actually happened. So yeah, it's disgraceful. I think, does it mean anything? Does it actually mean anything now? I don't think so. I don't think so. Michael Dunstan, I thought of a tunnel plant at the railway station, just a tiny one where all the car parking is near Anfield Road and near Stanley Park. A tunnel then transfer. Oh, you're still on the train station at Anfield? Yeah, the tunnel plan and all that, Michael. But geez, you're talking massive money in that there, aren't you? Massive. Yeah, so Nicholas, you've said, I mentioned a few weeks ago, I'd started covering a construction site in Liverpool city centre. Is this still planned? Yeah, it is. It is. I'm not going to give away too much on that. I've got quite a lot of info on it, but it is in the city. So with the wind and that, I have to make sure it's really good conditions to fly there. Okay, because there's a lot of buildings and that around and people, so uninvolved people. I'm okay to fly there, but I always want to make sure it's safe. On saying that, in the next week or two, there'll definitely be a video up on that. Definitely. Terry Jones, Carnarvon Castle. Yeah. What are you saying, Terry? Is that one of your favourites that I've done, or just one of your favourite sites? Let's see. Diogo, I said, what's the best drone you recommend for £500 or less? A DJI Mini 2, Diogo, or maybe a second-hand Mini 3 that you should be able to pick up for that. I'd always stick with DJI. That's the drones I've always used. So that's what I recommend. That's the only ones I can recommend. But they're absolutely fantastic. And I get a lot of compliments on my footage and shots as well. So if that's anything to go by, there you go. Stephen Carter, how are the filters working on your drone? You tell me, Stephen. I think they're working really well. But you guys are the ones that watch as well. So yeah, you tell me. It's getting it right as well. So the pack I've got, I haven't got it here, but it's got like six. It's out in the car, love. It's got six. Although I will get it later because I don't leave them in the car overnight. It's got 6 lenses in, and they're all obviously a different darkness and that. So it's hard guess figuring out what one's up to now. But yeah, I think they're working well. And you've said, why don't you ever wear an Everton shirt? I don't have one. I don't really have football tops. In fact, I do have one. I have a few which have got the team signatures all over them, and I'm not going to wear them. But yeah, I used to wear them when I was younger, but I don't wear them. No, don't wear footy tops. No, Stuart. That's why. There's no other reason. It's not. I just don't wear them footy tops now. What was your very first video? Ducky87. That's a good one. So my very first video was, scroll right down and you'll see. But my very first video was like this short that I did of a falcon or something flying over a place called Fairceston. And then I think I did that Fairceston then. I'm pretty sure it was Fairceston, which was not far from, it was not far from where we lived. That was my very first one.
But now we've moved to Circle Massey.
Okay, Jez has said, couldn't you talk to local authorities, planning departments, and ask them for information on building work and demolition? I don't know, can I, Jez? I get the information from locals and that, really. But I don't know, could I do that? Sorry, I was just watching the TV there. It looks like John Joe Shelby's saying his goodbyes to Newcastle because he's moving to Nottingham Forest today. Right, Stuart Thompson, with the amount of drones flying around down for the Bradley, do you need to keep an eye out for others in the sky? Yeah, definitely, Stuart, to do. But you can, a lot of the time, you can either hear them, you get kind of eye for it, or you can spot people on the ground if they're standing there looking up, or you can kind of spot that you see and think, right, that's he's got a drone in the air there. Try and get a guided tour by Ryan Reynolds for Wrexham. Yeah, do you know what? Every time I'm posting something to do with Wrexham, I am tweeting Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney as well, in the hope that they're going to pick up on it. So I'm just going to keep doing that all the time. So do me a favor, guys. If you ever see me post a Wrexham video, retweet it and copy them and tweet them in for me. Okay, that's what I want. Well, I get to sit down with Deadpool. Absolutely superb that. AX Nation said, I'll never forget the first time I saw you on screen without a hat. I was expecting you'd have hair like Sonic the Hedgehog. What, blue? I was shocked. Keep up with the great work. Is right, AX. Yeah, thanks for that. How old were you when you moved up, and what drew you to us Blues, mate? Lee, that's that question. So I've got a plan where I'm going to ask you guys some questions to do with my giveaway. I've just realised my orange hat's got a little hole in. That's I can't answer that right now. What drew me to the Blues, though? What drew me to the Blues when I moved here? So it was when I was young. I'm just not going to tell you where from. Don't give it away if anybody knows. But anyway, what drew me to the Blues is when I moved up. Pretty sure Everton were playing Liverpool in the semi-final of a cup, and I remember going to primary school. It was one of my first days there, and there was like all the kids were going around with blue scarves after them, the other ones with red scarves, and all singing songs, and I didn't really understand it. And then basically it was just the lads I ended up hanging around with the blue lads, and yeah, from there just stuck from there. How many times do you think you've said, let's get the drone up? A lot. I don't think I say that, do I? I normally say, let's get up there, Daniel.
Yeah, you've always said
NL said, will Everton's new stadium be in trouble if sea levels rise, as they are saying in coming years? Don't know, mate. Don't know. Surely, when they're building something like that and spending that much money, surely that's something that they look at. You wouldn't, they're building it right next to the water. You all right? Yeah. Surely they haven't overlooked the fact that sea levels are rising. I can't imagine. Right. Let's see.
What does that
Right,
say?
Wrexham
What's
FC
the
said it's
picture
time for
say?
Plan B after missing out on UK government levelling up funding. Okay, so they said it's time for Plan B, which is probably going to be using the Hollywood money, is it? Jake might never walk home. Biggie or Tupac? Biggie. How did you enjoy your trip to Northern Ireland in summer? How did you enjoy our trip to Northern Ireland, Darcy? It was great, wasn't it?
Well, on
It
the
was
way
great.
back, it wasn't because you shared it when I said, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. And I did not like that.
Yeah, she didn't like when I videoed her coming back. But I was actually going out there, to be honest. Peter Cran, Sunderland or Newcastle? Much of a muchness, mate. Probably Sunderland now that Gordon's gone to Newcastle, if I'm honest. I love the fact that Newcastle have completely turned themselves around, though. So last season, before they were taken over, Newcastle were in like a relegation fight with us and Leeds and Burnley. And since then, they beat us 3-0. We were the next ones to have them after they were taken over. They beat us 3-0. And they've just gone. They've just gone from there. So fair play to them. But I still take Sunderland. What's that? What is your favourite day?
Yeah, do you know what my favourite day is?
Go on, what's your favourite day?
My favourite day is Wednesday.
Wednesday? Why Wednesday?
Because I was born on Wednesday, and because I like the movie Wednesday, and because it's my trim day at school.
Darcy's favourite. I didn't expect it to have that much reason why she liked Wednesdays. Mine would 100% be Saturday or maybe Friday.
Why?
Let's see. Dennis has said, what would be the ultimate place or thing for you to film by drone? So I think it'd be like the Northern Lights or something like that, or somewhere up there, Dennis, or maybe the Grand Canyon, which it's all on my kind of list to do. But obviously, that's big money. But yeah, that would be the place to go. Tommy Maguire, hi Nick, learning from your videos, not just the 2 stadium progress in Liverpool and your other vlogs. Have plans doing vlogs? Good, Tommy, yeah, good. In early retirement, what do you reckon ideal length for a video is? So ideal length depends what you're doing, of course, Tommy. It depends what you've got planned, but the ideal length, you get it. So trade secrets, you get them just over 8 minutes, and then YouTube will run 2 ads on the videos, which means you make more money. So ideal length for people to watch, I think, is probably about 10 to 15 minutes. I did used to think it was lower. At first I thought it would be 4 or 5 minutes would get more, but it seems to be the longer ones now. Or maybe when you start, you should do short ones to get people's interest. Tommy, but yeah, it's tough to guess. Right, let's see. I'll do a few more because I need to get into these giveaways. Really, I've got this drone sitting here ready to give to somebody. So Leroy Screwballs.
What?
Excellent name, buddy. Is there any issues, rules with flying drones over castles? No, it depends where you are. They don't like it. Some of them they actually put signs up saying no drones, but you're not bound by signs on floors. I droned Old Trafford once, and if you've watched the video, I wasn't filming. I was gutted I wasn't filming, but the security guard come out to have a word with me, and he told me it was an official no drone zone, which made me laugh. And I was like, "What's that, mate?" So although they might put signs on floors and stuff like that saying no drones, and all that, you just have to go by the civil aviation rules and the local air traffic control. If there's no flight restricted zone over that castle, fly away. Well, don't fly away, fly over it. Let's have a look. Frank is YouTube. Sod Everton. We have had to put up with Ken Wright incident for the past 20 years. Lad. Yeah, I know. He's a big problem. He's a massive problem, Frank. He is. I think he is the problem, to be honest. Hi, Nick. Have you ever thought of covering any fell races with your drone? You get some spectacular scenery, plus loads of people love to see the footage. What's fell racing?
What's fell racing?
No, what's fell racing, Dave? Joe Mortar said, has the young lady next to you shown any interest in drone flying? And will you be teaching her? You should do. See if she's as good as you. Yeah, she has. She asked for a drone, but what I did, because obviously I didn't want to spend loads, so we got a quadcopter, which is one of these like it's like a more like a toy with the camera and that, but it was useless to use, wasn't it? You landed it on the roof, didn't you? Remember the little drone? She landed it on the roof, but she's coming out to go with mine. Yeah, you. She's coming out to go with mine. Joe. So yeah, she's definitely interested, and yes, I will be teaching her. Right, let's see. Couple more.
What's that day?
I understand now why you ask people to buy you a beer. Everton fans love the booze. The booze. Naughty, Chris. Naughty. He's up there. Right, let's see. One more. Tell you what, I need to. I'm right. John Redhead, do your wife and kids ever moan that you don't spend enough time with them? All your time is really appreciated, mate. This one does now and again, John. Yeah, this one does. But no, they're great. They're extremely supportive, John. I'm very lucky with that. They're very, very supportive. Let's see. My dog's come to join us now. Michael Fleming, the best chippy, sorghum massey, fish and chips. So the best chippy round there we use is the Summer Palace. It's in Upton, not sorghum massey. Were you saying the best chippy is sorghum massey fish and chips, Michael? Don't know. Clarify what you're saying there. We use the Summer Palace in Upton. Lovely. Marvel or DC? What's your favourite? Marvel, without doubt. Kieran, you do love the Summer Palace. Kieran, Marvel, without doubt. I don't even think DC touches it at the moment. They've got to up their game a lot. Love all those types of films, but I'm a big Marvel fan. I haven't yet seen. I say I'm a big fan. I didn't get to go to the pictures to see Wakanda Forever, Kieran, and it's actually out on Disney tomorrow. It's already there in my diary. That's tomorrow night. So it's out for me.
It is in your diary.
What's your Twitter name, Tommy? It's just Mr. Drone. I think Mr. Drone. Okay,
Yeah,
let me double check.
On TikTok, it's Mr. Drone.
On TikTok, it is. Twitter is Mr. Drone UK. Oh, I bet you can't see that, can you? Let's see. Mr. Drone UK.
Turn the light down.
Turn the light down. That's a good idea. Let's see. There we go. Mr. Drone UK. See, it's a good job she's here, isn't it? Right, okay, guys. What we'll do. Hang on. Somebody said something about fell racing there. Fell racing is running events up the fells, like in the Lake District. I used to do it until I got an incurable disease. All right, first, Dennis. Sorry to hear about your incurable disease. That's not good. I hope you're keeping well, mate. But fell racing, okay. Didn't know that was what it was called. So it's running. Running up the mountains rather than the road. It's really big, mate. Okay. I'll have a look. That's like I say, I appreciate all suggestions. Yeah,
Can I run up the mountain with you?
I'm not running up a mountain.
No, I will.
Peter Cran, who's your favourite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
My favourite one is the blue, I think.
The blue, that's Leonardo with the swords. Do you know what? I reckon my favourite is Donatello because he was a geek. So yeah, he was mine. Reckon loads will be Michelangelo there, wouldn't it? Can I enter the comp? Oh, Zoggo, if you haven't entered already, then no, sorry, mate, you can't.
What's a comp?
my giveaway comp. Really sorry, mate. So on that note, so let's get that done. Watch it. I'll get this done, and then everybody will go get off, won't they? Which is fine. So the way I've done it, everyone, I've done it the same as last time. So I've put in. There's a site you can use. There's like an app you can use, whereas I can get it to pick out everybody that commented energy. So if you didn't know, on my video, which was titled No Love, on my video, which was titled this one here, Fuel versus Prime energy drinks, I told everybody to comment the word energy. Okay, so if you've done that, you're in with a chance of winning this DJI Mini 2 drone, which is here. I'm going to do it now because we've been on for 45 minutes. So let's get this done. So what I do, I put that video into here. I filter out duplicate users to make sure nobody's entering twice. And then I include comments based on a specific text, which is energy. And it'll show me that there are 226 comments, okay, on it. And when I press start, it's going to search through all them and find me a winner, okay? So this
Can
is
I press start?
You can press start, go on. Darcy's going to press start for us.
It's Mark.
Is that your name, Mark Campbell? Are you in here? I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Sorry if it's not you guys. Sorry if that's what you were waiting for. Mark, screenshotted. Mark Campbell, if you're in here, you just won a DJI Mini 2, mate. And I'll screenshot that. I'll get this video out, and is he in here? Well done. No, I don't know if he's in here. So that's DJI Mini 2. It's the DJI Mini 2 Fly More version, which has got 3 batteries, the bag, everything. It's all in there. So that'll be coming to you, Mr. Campbell. Okay. So what we'll do next, I'm going to give away a few hoodies and hats. So guys, what I've done for this, it's going to be like a fastest finger first, this. Okay. So everybody watching, if you do want to win, you should sign it for him too. I will do if he wants me to, Red Castle. If he wants me to, I will do. Oh, here he is, Mark. There you are. You're on, Mark. Oh, wow, cheers, mate. Can't believe it. Love your videos. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you all watching. That won't be my last drone giveaway, as you know, guys. That's not my first. It's not my last. That's the third drone I've given away. So, Mark, what I will do, I do go through a really rigorous process of confirming it's you. So, Mark, if you can first start by dropping me an email. So, Mark, jump over to my website, which is just mrdrone.com, I think, not mrdrone.co.uk. Get my email from there, Mark. Drop me an email, and I will go through a process of checking it's you, because there are other people that nobody on here, but when other people watch my video this back and they see I've done a giveaway, I start getting messages saying, "Oh wow, I've won," and all that. And I can always figure out when it's not them, but sometimes some of them are good. So Mark, drop me an email and we'll get it sorted. I'll get you sorted out, Mark. I'll pay all delivery costs. Where are you, Mark? Where are you? You are in the country, hopefully, aren't you? Last time I had to send one to like flipping Kazakhstan or something like that. The very first one I did was a nightmare. You're not in Kazakhstan, are you, Mark? Right. Okay. So give away a few hoodies and hats, guys. So what I'll do, you can choose your colours and everything. I'll get them ordered for you. So here's the first question. Here's my question to you guys, right? This is whoever answers this first is whoever answers this first will get the first hoodie and hat. You're in Kent. Excellent, Mark. That's doable. So who can answer this first? Where was I born? Somebody said before. before I moved up, so somebody knows this definitely. Tony, well done. Let me. Oh, Tony was there first, guys. Zoggo Birkenhead. I wasn't Zoggo. Where's my pen and paper? So Tony, drop me an email, please. I need to. I don't know why Birkenhead's made me laugh. And loads of people saying Liverpool, England. Yeah, Tony was straight in there. I had a pen here before. Tony, can you drop me an email? I have to write down your name. Have you got a pen, Darcy, by any chance?
Yeah, I thought you had a pink one.
You thought I had a pink one? I did. Sorry, taking a picture of that as well. So Tony, I'll drop me an email, Tony. And here's another pink. Tony, this isn't the one you're getting. My little girl's just passing me. That's my little girl's, yeah. So she's just passing me
Gotcha.
hoodies. So yeah, next up.
Daisy.
It's my little boy and my dog. Oh, here's everybody coming in. It's just Jack. Right. Yeah, who can get. How does someone from Bristol have that accent? Red Castle. I moved up when I was about. I think I was about 7, 8. I moved up here. And yeah, the person said hi, Jack. You say hi.
Hi.
He's dead talkative. Yeah. So being here that long, Red Castle. That's how I get this accent. Right. So you get this right. Hang on. Thank you, love. Hang on. Let me check it myself. So, how many football stadiums have I droned up to now since I started? It doesn't include training grounds. It's not 6, Zoggo.
Hospital. Oh my gosh, how many people? Daddy, that was this.
48, 10. Let me have. Wait. Red Castle, 14. Let me check. Nobody else said it. Stop it, Jack.
Somebody said 14.
Red Castle, Jack. Stop it now.
14.
He's a typical boy. She sits here. She sits here helping me out, getting me hats and everything, and he just comes and pulls tongues at everyone. Red Castle, it was 14. Well done. Jack, stop it now, mate. Can anybody check? Does anybody? Can anybody name them?
I know.
Red Castle, you need to drop me an email, please, so we can sort it out. You can choose your colour. You can have a hat and a hoodie. Same as Tony. Drop me an email. You can have a hat and a hoodie. I'm going to end this soon because it's getting mad in here. Right, so I'll tell you the 14, okay. So we've got Anfield, Bramley-Moore Dock, Goodison Park, Prenton Park, Wrexham, which is the racecourse, Crewe, which is the Mornflake. Oh, we are. Stuart's having a go. Ooh. We've got Derby, Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Stoke, Notts County, Nottingham Forest, and Walton Hall, which is where Everton ladies play. So that would have been a curveball if anybody was going for it. Okay, so we've got Tony as 1-1, Red Castle's 1-1. I'm going to give away 2 more. So, what was the last family video that I did?
Oh, I know.
The last family video that I did. It was the one where I've got all my family on it. No, it wasn't Ireland. It wasn't Prime. Terry Jones, Monster Trucks.
Yes.
Terry Jones.
I thought that.
Look me up. I'm writing down Monster Trucks instead of Terry Jones here. So Terry, same for you. Hoodie and a hat. Drop me an email, please, with and we'll sort it out. Okay. If you don't know my email, excuse me, everyone. If you don't know my email, go to my website, Terry, and anybody else who's won. And it's on my website. My website's www.mrdrone.co.uk. Okay, go to that, and you'll be able to look it up. But yeah, it was Monster Trucks, Terry, and a few others have got it since then.
Can I ask a question?
And we're
Can I ask a question?
You want to ask a question?
Yeah.
This is unexpected, but we'll roll with it. Go on,
Can
ask
I
it.
say? Can I say that?
Go on then. This is a bonus one. Go on.
What's my name?
What's her name?
You said it at the beginning, don't you?
Emma.
Did you?
Jez has got it. Darcy. Good get Alan. Oh look, everybody's got it. I wanna know. Oh, somebody else has said Emma. I wanna know here. Alan. Was that? Did you just guess a name? Just out of interest, did you just guess a name? Who was the first one? Jez McDonough.
I want it to be called Amy.
Right, that was a bonus one.
Ow.
Oh.
I don't want to go.
No, that was a bonus one. But Jez, drop me an email with your colours.
Great.
Tommy Maguire's put 5.
Queen Darcy. No, I like Queen Darcy.
Queen Darcy. Yeah, good try. Good try, Dennis.
No, but that's right. That's
right.
right.
Yeah, we'll go very, very last one. Who can name, right, apart from the, I'll tell you what we'll do. Apart from the Anfield site and Bramley-Moore Dock and Isle of Man Ferry Terminal, can you name another site that I cover? That's quite tough, taking all them 3 out actually. Might change that. If anybody can name, do you know what? I hadn't thought of Wrexham. David H. Yeah, you're right. I hadn't thought of Wrexham. Yeah. That wasn't in. Yeah, but I have just started covering it, haven't I? That was a bit obvious. But yeah, guys, there you go. I've got Tony, Redcastle, Terry Jones, Jez McDonough, and I've wrote Wrexham when I clearly wasn't meant to write Wrexham, meant to write David H. David H. dropped me an email. So, guys, giving away a DJI Mini 2 drone and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoodies and hat sets. I will be doing all this sort of thing again. If you see me out and about as well, everyone, please say hello. It's I love it when people come up and have a chat. That's one of the best things since like meeting all you, having a good chat with you all, and then people come and see me when I'm out, and that is one of the best things that's come of doing all this. So that's great. But this is 57 minutes, and again, I thought it'd be like half an hour or something. Once I just start talking and you're all chatting and throwing questions and everything at me, it's just fantastic. I didn't think it'd go on that long. So Steve Heritage here has said Whittle Waters, and that was the one I had in mind, Steve. But I have just started covering Wrexham and other people jumped in. And JDC said Whittle Waters as well. That's the one I had in mind. Dennis, thanks very much. Everyone, thanks very much. I'm going to end it there because, like I say, it's gone on for an hour. I need to get little ones to bed. Mum is putting the littlest one to bed, so it's time to put everybody else to bed. Guys, the littlest one is Josie.
Josie's already in bed.
Thanks very much. Thanks for all your time, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Anybody that won, drop me an email. But guys, we'll call it a night there. I'll be over at Bramley-Moore Dock and Anfield this weekend doing my fly rounds. Everything else is coming. There's loads more coming to the channel. Please stay tuned. Please stay subscribed. You all make the channel for me, okay? But there's loads more coming. Guys, thanks very much. We're going to say night. Do you want to say night?
This is my pen.
That's her pen.
But I let him use it. Night.
Night. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Ta-ra now.